Now we're about to wrap it up. And normally we reserve this section of our show for the superlative part, where we hit you with rapid fire questions. But you're such a
Okay.
fan favorite. And when we found out you were coming on the show, we let some of our listeners and our viewers know. And they just started to pour in questions left and right from everywhere, left and right, from the Midwest, from the West, from the South, from the North, everywhere. So what we did was we picked out just a few, Chad, because we don't want to be before you too long, and we know you're traveling. But we
Yep.
got a few questions, right, from a few fans. This first question comes from at A Train Aiken. What was the hardest part in transitioning from nine-man football to college football?
The complex defensive schemes, right? I mean, I came from a super simple system, and all of a sudden you add two more guys. The field's bigger as well, so we played on a smaller field. We played on an 80 by 40 field. So I would say the hardest thing was just defensive scheme, just
Yep.
more things, more moving parts.
Okay. Thank you, A Train, for that question. The next question is coming from Tony at Tony Hyfaham, Hayufam, at Tony Hayufam. Best Metrodome memory.
Dallas Cowboys playoff win 2009. It was, and I would say that's 1A. 1B is beating the Gophers my junior year in 05, 04 season.
Mm-hmm.
And third, and then 1C would be
Mhm.
2002. We beat the Gophers to go 11-1, and we took the goalposts out of the Metrodome, which isn't even possible because there's rotating doors. So I have three very good memories of Metrodome. I love that place. I mean, it was terrible, but it was
loud.
great. It was terrible, but it was great at the same time. It was so loud.
Yeah, it was super loud, man. We played there in 05. That was my first time ever playing. My first and only time playing there. When I tell you it was loud, whew.
Oof, crazy.
Yes, it
Different
was.
level.
And you gave us 3 games, and 2 of those games include the Minnesota Gophers.
Exactly.
The hate is still real, huh? It's still real.
That's right.
I
Well,
think
it's funny because when you've been up here for 15 years,
Yeah.
or however long it's been now, I'm a big Gopher fan, but not when they play Iowa. Of course, you gotta have your separation somewhere.
Exactly. Thank you, Tony, for that question. Our next question is coming from at Cody Waller. What is the Vikings' biggest need in free agency or the draft next year?
Oh man, that's a big question. I'm a big offensive line guy, but I think this year, we need to focus on defensive line. You have Daniil, who's going to be coming off injury. You want to find somebody to go opposite Daniil that's going to be a younger guy that you can count on for a number of years. Obviously, Everson's came in and done a great job. We found kind of some patchwork ways to have some success, but we need to find sort of that guy that can let Daniil do his thing. And when you have another guy on the other side, that makes things a lot easier. That in the back end, I don't know how long Patrick's going to play, but we got to look at, you always got to get younger in the back end because it is a premium right now to find guys that can cover.
No question. The final question is coming from at Louis Caro 13. When is Grey Duck selling on the West Coast? And Grey Duck is Chad's vodka company. So he's trying to figure out what's up when it's going to sell on the West Coast.
Yeah, we have Grey Duck is our spirits brand. We launched 3 years ago. It's been a lot of fun. Learned a lot. We're in 5 states here in the Midwest. I don't know that Grey Duck spirits will ever be on the West Coast, but one of our products will be in the next year. So there's more coming on that. So we're launching more of a national model with a couple different products in our spirits company that is it's going to be really fun. So I might have to hit you up on the side for this one too. I might have some opportunities for you.
Okay, no, it's no question. I'm right there with you. And tell us, so when you decided to get into the vodka game, what was your thought process? What do you want to do? You know what I mean?
Yes.
What do you want consumers to feel when they're drinking your vodka?
Yeah, so we launched it with a very Minnesota centric concept. Grey Duck is, the concept of Grey Duck is that everybody, the kids growing up in Minnesota, play the game Duck Duck Grey Duck rather than Duck Duck Goose. Right. So it's just kind of this exactly right. So I grew up in South Dakota, we played Duck Duck Goose, but my kids grew up in Minnesota. They played Duck Duck Grey Duck when you play in the kids games. And Minnesotans are very proud of this. So we built a company around that name and have focused it on Minnesota. So we buy our corn from Minnesota farmers. We distill it in Benson, Minnesota, which is west central Minnesota, kind of out in farm country. And then we do the final filtration, bottling, and packaging in Burnsville. So it's all Minnesota based. It's all Minnesota guys that are behind the company. There's 4 of us that are partners on it. And it's been a labor of love. It's been a lot of hard work, but it's been a lot of fun. And then now we've launched a seltzer about 8 months ago as well. So the seltzer that goes behind it. And we have some other products that we're working on right now to get to market. So I would say I never ever saw myself in that business, but it has been a lot of fun and a great learning curve, which I think is always fun to start, keep learning new stuff.
No question. Thank you, Louis Caro, for that question. Man, like I said, we had to cap it off with only 4. I mean, they were pouring in left and right, Chad. You're still a big time fan favorite.